people deluded. I'm back again.
Come on, Ian, man. Come on. Boy, the dream is free. The hustle is being sold separately, and I'm conflicted with this Vinícius stuff. Because on one hand, 60% I don't believe this is happening. But you see that 40% that is thinking, rough, he don't sign a new contract, what he could be for us. It could be a movie. It could be better, we trust. If this happens, I don't care about Morgan Rogers. Don't care about none of these things. Again, for my more extended thoughts, and I've always speak about Vinícius every day now, man. Like I think I've offered my thoughts. I think everyone knows the position I stand with. I would love it to happen. I will say in short, but make sure we've got alternatives. Let's try as hard as we can for this stuff. But Hand of Arsenal's provided an update, which we're going to get into in a sec. David Ornstein's provided an update, and there's other isms and schisms and I don't know what you would call it, but everybody's adding their own little whisper to the story, their own little variety. It's like David Ornstein spoke about this and Hand of Arsenal, but David Ornstein spoke about this. All the other journalists are copying the homework, remixing, putting paragraphs in different places. Vinícius would be a level raiser. He would sort out our left wing. It would mark a new era at this football club in the same vein that Thierry Henry, Dennis Bergkamp, Patrick Vieira, yada, 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 Declan Rice even, at whatever point they signed for our club, Mesut Ozil and Alexis, and they went on to go and do what they did. So again, people, I've exhausted my thoughts. My job is just to be, I don't know, what would, if we was a football team, DG Nation, who would I be? I'm going to go for Declan Rice. I'm the lighthouse. I'm the bright house. I'm here to facilitate and make you look wavy. So your opinions, your thoughts, it's your platform as well as mine. Please make sure you're smashing the like button and let me know how we're feeling about this, people. So yeah, and as usual, happy new month. It's August. Hope this year / last month / this month is bigger and better for you lot. And you and your loved ones are in great health, man. And appreciative to you lot being here. Man said, boom, cha. Hey, we got to calm down, man. As Hyper said, smash the likes. No, we're going to end up with Rashford because he's Premier League proven, etc. But I don't mind being wrong. DG got to be in Capia, Warrior, and a fullback, true. But you know, I'm just cronky, man, because at the end of the day, it's me that picked up myself and started this 10 years ago. September is our second birthday. I want to say September the 16th because 10 years ago we started the platform. So, yeah, man, how are we feeling about Vinny? Do we feel we can get him? Don't we feel we can get him? Talk to me, people. Talk to me. Boston, well, go on, Killy. I hope you and everyone else is here, man. Big up the members in the mods. Hope you're all well and safe. Hand of Arsenal last night, and I did cover this, but last night he did say Arsenal exclusive, better yet. Arsenal Football Club have personal terms agreed in principle with Vinícius Jr. Roc Nation will go armed into negotiations with Real Madrid with a monstrous offer from the English champions. Over to you, Vinny. So he's going to have his cake and eat it, innit? Because if I'm Vinícius, I might be on signing for Arsenal. I probably want to stay at Real Madrid. But in whatever is going on with Real Madrid and me in terms of signing a new deal, I'm going to sit there and go, well, I got a big offer from Arsenal, really. So I'm going to use that. So yeah, man, I'm high off the copium and the hopium, but logically, until I see, there's two things that will make me think we're actually going to get this guy. Vinícius comes out and says, my journey and my story with Real Madrid is over, or Real Madrid say, fuck all of this, no more negotiations in any way, shape, or form. They're the two things. Because when you actually deep it and we get away from our excitement and whether we could get him or not and what it could mean for this football club, it seems primarily that Arsenal are positioning themselves to take advantage if these contract negotiations go south, and we won't be alone. DG, the dopamine after that Hand of Arsenal tweet, and now the only bomber, we will get him, DG. Tranquillo. Morning, GG. Hope you're well. What has Ornstein said? Els, tranquillo, man. It's been 4 minutes. Tranquillo, man. Take time, man. When you get into a rave, do you start chatting to gal immediately, or do you assess the surroundings? Do you go to the bar, find a place to stand if you're not in a section? Tranquillo, man. Tranquillo. Too excited. Relax. We just need Vinny to not lower his demands. Roc Nation, do right by your boy. Yeah, and that as well. Facts. Breaking, Vinícius Jr.'s entourage denies that the player has reached an agreement with Arsenal. Obviously, everyone's going to be capping in this thing, people. Apparently, the biggest obstacle separating Vinny and Real Madrid is a renewal bonus that the club has never paid. From Real Madrid's perspective, it would set a precedent that would encourage other clubs to pursue the same negotiating strategy. So there's many legs to it. Let's see exactly what David Ornstein has said, people. But I can't like skipping ahead, bro. And again, Hand of Arsenal also said, we expect Roc Nation to deny, but we stand on our information. The ball is in Vini Jr.'s court. And could you imagine? Big up Bruno Guimaraes, who apparently were close to getting. Imagine, people. Imagine. Real Madrid have told Vini, take it or leave it. They will not make a higher offer for the player. Apparently, Vinícius Jr is one of the only players to score against Arsenal for Real Madrid. People say you can't beat them, join them. There's been no direct contact between Vini Jr and Arsenal, so there's bare whispers going on. Jose Mourinho has held talks with every single Real Madrid player except Vinícius Jr, which is conflicting because we've heard that he's also spoke to Vinícius and reminded him of his importance, people. Internally, it's believed that if no agreement can be reached, then other European giants will join the race, not only Arsenal. You'd imagine City would throw their hat into the ring, PSG would throw their hat into the ring. I don't know about their finances in the landscape, but Man United being the biggest club in England, throw their hat into the ring, potentially Liverpool and obviously Arsenal. But if we did our homework and groundwork, we're laughing. Real Madrid and Vini are in a stalemate. The major issue is no party is budging on image rights or signing bonus. So it's a game of chicken. Real Madrid to Vini. We want you to stay. If you want to stay, the offer is there. If not accepted, Real Madrid will consider a sale this summer. The cost of the deal to bring Vini to Arsenal would be one of the most expensive, if not the most expensive in British football history in terms of fee and wages. Internally, Arsenal believe they have the financial means to complete the transfer and are also confident the player would join. Again, we're going to circle back on David Ornstein, but it's best that we just go through all of this quick and fast, people. And don't forget, 6 p.m/6:30 will be live because we play today, people, at 7 p.m. So, yeah, it's an Arsenal day. Real Madrid offered Vini a new contract offer after Brazil's World Cup elimination, but it's still below what the player wants. Vini Jr and Real Madrid have been in talks for a renewal for 2 years, and they were never close to an agreement. Vini Jr receives around 18.5 million euros annually, while Perez is offering 20 million euros as a maximum, but this is not the problem. The main problem is the signing bonus. Real Madrid believe that a signing bonus for a player who's already at Real Madrid should be lower than what you would offer to a free agent like they did with Kylian Mbappe. Vini and his camp's argument is that the signing bonus he is asking for is considerably lower than what Real Madrid would pay to sign a new player as a replacement. Both sides remain firm, and the trend is towards a back and forth until the transfer window ends. Vini is in no hurry and has time on his side because he'd sign with whoever he wants in January as a free agent, and because there is a significant portion of the signing bonus from his last contract that will be paid in January. So it depends it depends where you read. So yeah, we have gone over that. What else have we got? Vini's agent has highlighted the differences in image rights. Again, could you just imagine Saka and Vini Jr? I mean, Saka's not giving up that number 7 and he shouldn't. I saw this tweet where it said, I'm still very skeptical about Vini deciding to actually leave Real Madrid. Then I said, brother, I know he's one of those. This was always my home dons. I can't trust him. Slightly, I remember when he used to perm his hair. He needs to forward though. So yeah, you can see where my thoughts are. And then somebody asked me on YouTube, people, when I actually reacted to the Hand of Arsenal stuff, if you were to put a percentage on how much you believe that Vini Jr will be playing for Arsenal, what is it right now at this moment in time? To which I said, people, and you know me, Mikel Arteta, you need to hire me if you really need PR. Good question. It's one I would have to review with my analytical team and get back to you. The lads have looked sharp in training, full focus on Girona. And it's completely off topic, but I understand Arsenal have reserved a date next week for the possibility of Bruno Gomares' medical at London Coley. Agreement in principle is 77 million plus add-ons. Contract not signed yet. Finer details to sort, but a deal is close now. Next 48 hours allegedly are very crucial. Completely on topic, but off topic. I can't lie, put my Endrick in the bag. Apparently his future is in doubt and another loan is an option. I reckon they're going on loan. One love for the super chat. It's from Marcel. No doubt he's chatting some level of horseshit. Vinny using you mugs for a new deal, getting giddy. I mean, we can get giddy. You're a Liverpool man. Big up Liverpool. Massive club, real fans. But for you, Marcel, you know about this. Chouameni, Enzo Fernandez, the list goes on. Jude Bellingham, the list goes on. You know Alexis Sanchez. You had your legend, Luis Suarez, twerking to sign for Arsenal, going to the papers. You know about this. So we're not even going to give you that. One love for your super chat and your support. Please be easy on the alcohol. But let's see exactly what Mr. David Ornstein has said. What we're hearing, love for the super chat, Marcel, my guy on a serious note. What we're hearing about Arsenal's interest in Vini Jr. and his Real Madrid contract. This is by Mario Cortegana, James Nicholas, and David Ornstein. Vini's future at Real Madrid remains up in air. A year and a half after the Spanish club and the Brazilian agents opened talks after renewing his contract, which expires in 2027, no agreement has been reached. Several suitors are keeping a close eye on the situation. So again, Arsenal are not alone. You wouldn't be alone. With the Athletic revealing last week that Arsenal are exploring a move. Arsenal's owners have also given the approval to the idea of moving forward with a deal. Vinícius Jr. is Arsenal's top target to strengthen their attack. Yeah, pardon me, but for all of this Vini talk, Joe Blogs, who is the left winger, which I know we're not going to get another Vini, and fans, it would be disappointing. You need several options. So yeah, by all means, try for this Vini thing to happen. Make sure there's another option, and make sure when the window closes, there's a defender that can do a thing if Saliba's not there. There's a centre mid, there's a left winger, and I don't know where you lot are at on a striker, people. Vini Jr. is Arsenal's top target to strengthen their attack. A move to Arsenal appeals to the Brazil international if he does not renew his contract with Real Madrid. So that gives me optimism, but also rubs it out. Again, a move to Arsenal appeals to the Brazilian international. That excites me. And I think, obviously, we just want a league title. We need the left wingers sorted. We want a level raiser. Naturally, Arsenal fans are going to get excited. But, again, you can only go off what's being said. If he does not renew his contract with Real Madrid. So the renewal of his contract is clearly the first choice. This is very different from if Vini said, I want out of Real Madrid. Real Madrid said, I want to sell you. Or whether Arsenal could sign him or not, we're just bidding and saying, listen, we want you regardless. This feels like a market opportunity, if I'm honest. Should the attacker decide he wants to join Arsenal, an agreement is expected to be found on personal terms, which is very conflicting from some things we obviously read where they said personal terms broadly have been agreed. Apparently, Mikel Arteta loves him. Who doesn't love Vini? A player with knowledge of Arsenal's manager outlook says if he doesn't renew, we'll be there. So again, this is where your excitement has to be capped. If he doesn't renew, by all means, you can get excited. But this is contingent on him agreeing or not agreeing a deal at Real Madrid. So this is where the optimism kind of dies, people. The financial differences between Madrid and Vinícius remain significant, with the side scheduled to hold conversations next week to bring the matter to a head. Didn't we hear it was this week? The 26-year-old is due back in training by then. The days ahead will be crucial to determining the outcome. 3 options remain open. Extend with Real Madrid, wait until next summer to depart as a free agent, or join Arsenal now. Here, after speaking to multiple sources familiar with the process, all of whom remain anonymous to protect relationships, The Athletic explains the state of play on Vini Jr. When Real Madrid and Vini began discussing a contract renewal, few people would have thought that it would become a saga. Having joined the club in 2018 from Flamengo for 45 million euros, Vini Jr. renewed in 2022 until 2027. That extension was carried out smoothly, but also gave some indication of what the future might hold. The club presented to him with different financial offers depending on the length of the contract, with less money if he signed until 2027 instead of 2028, as his compatriots Militao and Rodrigo did that same summer, or 29. At the time, Vini Jr. and his inner circle were confident that his outstanding season, in which he scored the decisive goal in the Champions League final against Liverpool, was just the beginning of his establishment as an elite player. Based on that, they favoured a shorter renewal in order to renegotiate new, improved terms sooner. Naturally, he's 26 now. You're only a footballer for X amount of time. As much as football can be a bit tribalism, you need to get as much money as you can. I hear it. With his salary that rises over time and the fulfillment of various bonuses, particularly winning FIFA's The Best Award in 2024. Winning FIFA's The Best Award in 2024, is it called that? Vini Jr. is currently earning around 18 million euros net per season. In January 2025, General Manager Jose Angel Sanchez and Chief Scout Juani Calafat met with Vini Jr., 2 of his agents, and his father, who holds a percentage of his rights, at Real Madrid's training complex to approach the matter. They proposed an offer worth around 20 million euros net per season. That was rejected by the player side. They put forward a counter offer in the following weeks, which was rejected by the club. In April 2025, so last year, Real Madrid suggested that the renewal was very advanced, with a number of reports in Spanish press emerging to that effect. However, Vini Jr.'s entourage categorically denied it. The Athletic revealed that the Brazilian was asking for a package of close to, but not quite, 30 million euros, comprising of a base salary, performance-related bonuses, and something unprecedented in Madrid's history, a renewal bonus. So what do we make of that? Sources say the renewal bonus has been the main point of contention between the parties since then. So that also tells me, on top of everything I've said, if they can come to a resolution over this renewal bonus, he's ending up, he's renewing, innit? Faced with Madrid's argument that they cannot exceed the wage cap any further, sources close to Vini's camp say they see a renewal bonus as the only way to increase his earnings. Underlining this is the comparison with his teammate Kylian Mbappe, whose salary is very similar. However, Mbappe earns much more from the signing bonus he received after joining as a free agent from PSG in 2024. Real Madrid have always been opposed to accepting Vini's request, thinking that it would create a dangerous knock-on effect within the squad in future renewals. I mean, when you've got Mbappe, Vinícius, Jude Bellingham, all the rest, you're going to sign other stars. I hear it. It makes sense because it would also have a knock-on effect at Arsenal if you sign Vinícius Jr. for whatever. What do you think is going to happen with Saka, Rice, etc.? Some of you are going to be dense and say, oh, but Saka and Rice and whatever. You're going to say whatever you want. Some of you understand where I'm going for. Smash the like button if you agree. And if you don't agree, you might learn a thing, people. So yeah, within the squad in future renewals, Vini Jr. is open to lowering his demands if it helps reach an agreement with Madrid. So he's open to renewing. He's open to lowering his demands. Really, Arsenal are trying to intercept and take advantage if these negotiations go south. So this is where the optimism is capped. Of course, making content, you got to play the game, but you get the point. But Arsenal have capitalized on this current tug of war over his contract to put themselves in a strong position for a potential deal. I hear that. I don't quite agree with some Arsenal fans that say, oh my God, even if we don't get him, the ambition and all of this is lovely. 100% I agree with that. But how far does ambition go? Cool, I'm happy if you get Vini. I'm happy that you tried if you don't. But when I park off that happiness, end of the day, the league's about to kick off. We're trying to pursue 4 trophies like everybody. You need somebody else in it. So that's just my viewpoint, people. So this just tells me Arsenal potentially have put themselves indirectly at the start of the race. If in an ideal world, tomorrow there's no contract, Vini and Real Madrid's story is over. We're on paper ahead of the PSGs, the Cities, the Man Uniteds, the Liverpools, etc. Whether that means we can get him ahead of those is a completely other debate. As I said, if you understand ball, you understand what I said there. If not, it is what it is. So yeah, aware of the gap between both sides after a lack of progress between Real Madrid and Vini Jr. and of how this has been affecting the player, sources with knowledge of the situation say Arsenal have been making moves behind the scenes for months. Madrid's anticipated signing of Yandy Amande from Leipzig is seen as good news by sources close to Arsenal, as they believe Vini Jr. might view it as a move to ensure they are covered in the event of his departure. I mean, both of you are playing a dirty game. On one hand, Real Madrid are going to sign bare stars, so it's almost irrelevant. But it is relevant in that they've got a replacement and things like that. But also, you probably want to stay at Madrid, but then you can say, I've got this crazy offer from Arsenal. Moral of the story, both sides are playing a dirty game. This is how it goes, people. However, there's yet to be a resolution to that transfer, which could impact the progress of a move for Vini Jr. Andrea Berta has held talks with Vini's camp. Key figures at Arsenal also conveyed to his reps that he'd be the star of a solid project, a team led by Arteta that won the last Premier League and only lost the Champions League final on penalties to PSG. The London club wants to strengthen the squad this summer with a midfielder. In brackets, they are closing in on a deal for Newcastle's Bruno Guimaraes as centre-back to cover William Saliba's absence due to his back injury over the coming months, and a left winger in addition to the €40 million signing of Zolis. Madrid proposed a €20 million annual salary to Vini Jr., and Arsenal would need to and are willing to make an exception to their usual salary structure for a player like Vini Jr. A signing bonus and image rights could also help from a financial standpoint. When it comes to a transfer fee, Madrid are at risk of losing Vini for free next summer when his contract expires, which some at the Spanish club do fear. He would also, to be fair, be a bit of karma, because how much players have you lot got on a free? What? Canate, apologies. Canate was free, Rudiger was free, Alaba was free, Trent was free, Mbappe was free. Obviously, the wages, but free. Bit of karma, really. He would also be due a significant loyalty bonus next season because he would have fulfilled his contract. Arsenal hope to take advantage of Vini's contract situation to negotiate a reduced fee. Arsenal's ownership have approved the anticipated figures for the deal. That's the only reason I would have any blind optimism, that everybody's on the same side. While the numbers are daunting, Arsenal hope their expenditure would be offset by a significant commercial windfall. Vini Jr. is a marketing powerhouse as well as a bloody good footballer, and it's felt his arrival would elevate Arsenal's brand to new heights. Arsenal think he would be the face of the club and possibly the Premier League. His arrival could arguably be the biggest transfer ever into the division. But this is primarily a football-driven pursuit. Arsenal know that there are very few players who can genuinely add a new dimension to their title-winning team, and count Vini Jr. among them. The club has carried out intensive work on the mission to sign Vini Jr., and that continues. Arsenal are well aware this does not guarantee a successful outcome. So again, if you're actually reading, you have to cap your optimism. A deal of this side and ambition will be difficult to pull off. But Arsenal being in the conversation as a plausible destination for Vini is a notable development. To even be at the table is indicative of how far the club has come. I hear that. We've come very far. I hear that. That don't mean much. That doesn't, like, I'm not happy to be here. That was just like in the past few years where people saying, oh, but we're finishing second and look at the things we're angry about. We're back-to-back eighth. I hear it. There's logic. It makes sense. I agree. But what does that mean? What does that mean in the grand scheme of things? But nonetheless, Arsenal recognize that if they land a player, it may be their most high-profile signing since Mesut Ozil in 2013. Arsenal are operating under the impression that Vini would be open to join. And I'm not saying Vini wouldn't, but if I'm Vini, I'm keeping every card close to my chest. One day I'm going to tell Madrid I'm on it. Then I'm going to play a bit of hardball. I'm telling Arsenal I'm on it. Then I'm doing whatever. I'm trying to get whatever Arsenal's potential offer to me. I'm trying to squeeze more pennies. The same goes with Real Madrid. And we also need to remember, no matter if it's credible people like the Romanos, the Viníciuses, the hand of Arsenal's, what's being reported to us and what's going on in the real world, 9 times out of 10 can be different things, people. So, yeah. A sign of Arsenal's determination would be that they are not actively pushing for Bradley Barcola, who they have shown interest in, with Liverpool instead set to make an opening offer for the France international. Liverpool have been putting the groundwork for him for the best part of a year. People with knowledge of the situation say there are key figures at Madrid who favour selling Vini Jr. this summer to prevent him from leaving as a free agent in 2027. Key figures, make sure you lot are the loudest voices. The final decision will rest with President Florentino Perez, who has always been Vini Jr.'s biggest supporter, alongside Calafat. Jose Mourinho likes the player and has been in touch with him, but will understand any decision taken by the club. So again, with what we just read earlier, people are saying Jose ain't spoken to him. Now he has. Who knows? Despite the uncertainty surrounding the situation, sources with knowledge of Arsenal's position say they remain optimistic about the potential capture if Vini does not renew his contract at Real Madrid. So I remain optimistic. But at the end of the day, we need plan A's, plan B's, plan C's, because worst case scenario, Vini signs a new deal at Real Madrid. We get bantered about thinking we can sign him, but we've got this random Joe Blogs in addition to Zolis, and he could be a good left winger for us. Broadly, we need to start finding these guys before they become the guys. Bradley Barcola, for example, Leon, Rodrigo, and Vinícius Jr. They were in Brazil. We need to start looking at that, people, because as you've seen, there are very few players that we could look at as level raisers. But as you've seen with the finances that would be involved with Vini Jr., you know, even with Bradley Barcola, what Morgan Rogers ultimately went for last summer with Rodrigo, if that was to happen, you get where I'm going in it. So, yeah, man, it all depends what you want to believe, people. So I'll believe it when I see it. Until I see bids made or not made, until Vini comes out and says I'm leaving Madrid, until Madrid say radio silence, the optimism has to be capped, people, because it don't make sense to get excited beyond what he would be with you lot. Big up my guy Dapo. The way things are worded, I think he's going to renew. Same. The fact he's the one that will budge says it all, really. Nice to be involved, though. I'll stay believing until it's done. Feel we can get him at Madrid. He's just another player. Comes to us. He's top of the food chain in the Premier League. Bruno G. Medical is booked for Monday at Arsenal Football Club, DG. Big up UITKs, man. Others will only try Vini for a free transfer. No way City and PSG try. I disagree. City and PSG. Why would you not try, if I'm honest with you? And if I'm Vini, I want to hear everything. Bro, T, it ain't happened. Salam, my guy. I can't say anything's happening. It just seems like Arsenal position themselves. I say 80% we will. Arsenal have had many perm head youths. Just like rivals not wanting us to win the league. Look at all the coping they're doing right now. It's happening. Bro, Vini will be coming to the Emirates. Believe. Big up yourself, Riley. I still remember when Tchouaméni hacked Saga at the World Cup, got away with it and scored later in the match. Big up yourself, DG. Appreciate you. Smash the likes and subscribe. What a potential window this could turn out to be, people. Big up the Gunners around the world. No way we shouldn't get giddy because Arsenal always does this. We don't listen. Club does this. Apologize for Rogers' hijack. Me apologize. Boring. Everyone's copying the same news. Talk about other things. I mean, you don't have to be here, man. We talk about whatever you lot want. Bring the conversation. This is what we do on this platform. If you don't want to be here, Kevin. All right, someone show Kevin to the door, man. You're scaring the gal, bro. The gal... you see, some of you can't come to parties. Some of you can't come to parties. The gal are there. We're playing card games. Marcel's being a drunken idiot, entertaining them. Dapo's patterning. And then you're out here talking about the earth's flat and shit. Man, get your bitch ass out of here, pussy. Yo. Suck him up. Chair, come on, man. If it's boring, why are you here? Go gym. Watch porn. Do something. What are you doing here? No one asked you to be here. Fuck off. Hey, Chair, come, man. Leave the rudeness to me. Kevin ain't got no Styles. Why is your last name Styles? Tramp. Morning social. Morning joy. Look in my eyes, Kevin. Duck him. I've said it with my chest. People, I'm trying. I remember, I'm trying, man. Why is he ruining it for you, lot? Jay-Z is a goon and he owns Roc Nation, and Bruno G is Vinny's mate, so it probably won't happen. Bro, I don't like Vinny for doing that to us. If you want us, then come. If not, then don't use our name for contract boost in it. That's more respectful. The game's the game, bro. Like, I'll do the same if I was Vinny. I'll do the same if I was Vinny. The game is the game. There's people that it's probably worked out, and we've signed players, but they've probably used that contract shit. What you saying now, my guy got off the PSG, but hey, wasn't ready, just hype, not strong enough for the Prem, Rogers, blah, blah, blah. Here we go. What, I meant to rate man in the French league. Okay. I knew you was going to be here with that. All right. McCullough's their top goal scorer. Big up DJ. I don't think so. Neither are happening. It's taking so bloody long. To be fair, if there is any way we can get Vinícius Jr, it is going to be dragged out, man. It is going to be dragged out. Football is also a business, people. Please don't forget that. We can't be mad that he's trying to get his bag, whether it be from Arsenal or Madrid. Facts, DJ. If this happens, I'll lose it. I can't lie. Big up the Twitch gang. Make sure you're subscribing with Amazon Prime, people, at no extra cost. Fab not tweeting about Vinny to Arsenal is quite sus. I mean, it's a great illusion. I'll believe it when I see it. For me, in my head, internally, whoever this random left winger is that isn't Vinny, make sure we've dotted I's, cross T's, the window ends, and we've got that. By all means, try it if you can. If you don't know until you try for Vinny. But I don't believe it's necessarily happening because it's not even to be negative or optimistic. Like, again, everything that comes out, away from the whispers and whatnot, this is relying on how the negotiations reach a conclusion with Real Madrid and Vinny, which I thought it was been going on for a year. It's been going on for 2 years. When you actually read, as we just went through, you could only be excited about like what Vinny could be for Arsenal, the financial aspects, the level raiser, what he means on the left wing. There's nothing tangible that says, yo, get excited. So yeah, man. DG has shades on. Certain man had shades on for Santos and Telemans levels. It's not looking good, bro. Let's just wait, my G. Keep the faith, and if not, we move. That's my thing. Reason why Fabrizio is not posting is because he doesn't want to get burned again. Bro, to be fair, he's a winner, bro. He's a winner. Because either you've tweeted Vinny's good to Arsenal, or everybody, bearing in mind he loves the socials, he's going to reply, oh, they're not getting Vinny. You're getting engagement. It's just like on this video. Obviously, if we get him, it age like wine. If we don't, it age like milk. There's going to be bare clowns on YouTube. Oh, my God, he's going to get Vinny. Which, true, mock it. But every one of those comments is triggering the YouTube algorithm. So it's a win-win. Maybe Fabrizio and his sources are not plugged up, or maybe he feels it's not worth it, or maybe he feels this is a lot of smoke without fire. And that's probably where that's a good analogy. Like, I feel there's a lot of smoke. I need to see fire. I haven't seen any fire, so it's capped at this moment in time. Vinny, can't you see? What's his shirt number going to be? 99. Blood, fuck his shirt number. You're not getting 7, and you shouldn't be getting number 14. No one give up their shirts. Don't matter. No one can style you in this life. Yeah, control another number, man. This Vinny guy don't want to move. Roc Nation wants to move because it's the smarter move. I believe hand of Arsenal, but yeah, we need to relax. Vinny ain't no marketing guy. I ain't seen him in one ad, the Apple one. I saw Bex in like 5 World Cup ads. You're hating still. You're hating for no reason. Big up yourself, man. Still have it at 30% because Diamande, but it don't make sense if Vinny stays. I'm scared we will take long and another English club comes in for Vinny. I don't want to have to run Zolas versus Vinny propaganda. Smash the likes, people. Come on. Almost 400 of you watching and only 57 likes. That's lacking. Appreciate you. I still don't believe it's happening until I see him in the shirt. And you know when Jalen isn't doing the optimistic thing, you should be conscious. This is the most optimistic man that is part of our family here. From he saying that, tranquillo. A man said moving like Mills. Some of you don't get that. When are we bidding for Bruno G again? Bruno's forwarding, man. Listen, big up Bruno, but we're trying to hear about Vinny. Bruno's forwarding. He's calm, man. We're going to get him. Please. If we don't get Vinny, we are cooked. We're going to end up with Rashford. I'm not on Rashford, bro. Go and find, I keep saying Joe Blogs. Go and find me a left winger I don't know about. In time to, yeah, if he comes in at the time, there'll be that come down from being linked to Vinny to whoever. Whoever this guy is, we're not really informed. But if from the moment, it's not where you start, it's where you finish. From the moment he comes in, if you come and be that left winger, yeah, it is what it is. I'm not trying to hear this running down the contract and we'll go for Vinny next year, but that could be a factor as well. I'm not trying to hear none of that. I'm not trying to hear Rashford at the carpet as well. Love Rashford, but we've got too many of them. Oh my God, if Arteta can do this and do that with him, like do this and that with the guys that are here in it, or people like Zolas. Can we just take a second to realize how far we've come under Arteta in 5 years? Being linked with Vini before would have been a thing of dreams. Listen, I always big up Arteta. Call the man a genius. He's done well for us. I don't, and we have come far, but like, bro, you don't need to stand up a bit. Like, all right, we've been linked with him, cool. And yes, you have to think about the past, or you can't fully comprehend where you are in the present and where you want to go. Yes, the future brings uncertainty, the past brings regrets, and there's no time like the present. But I ain't trying to hear that, bro. Cool, like, yeah, I agree with that. But all right, we're linked with him. What? We have come a long way. What? I can't be one of them fans. Oh my God, look how far we come. We've been linked with him in the papers. That's great. There's no point. If Kelly Rowland, if you have a chance to chat to Kelly Rowland, you want to beat, like, there's no point. Like, I'm not happy to just talk on WhatsApp and whatnot. It don't go that far. Apologies. So yeah, I'm waiting for the Vini news to be confirmed before getting the away kit. I'm dreaming. Big up yourself, the Greener Channel. Hand of Arsenal clearly works for the club. He's usually on the money. I can see this happening. I'd love to know he is. Bro, if he said he's boring, go watch porn or something, man. I'm not on edge. I'm not on edge. But like, if a man said he's boring, what do you want me to do? I can't help you. I'm here with my subscribers, them. That's gaslighting. Like, yeah, the man said a bit on edge. I accept a lot of shit to be in a content creator. I'm allowed to hit back. I feel like a footballer in certain aspects. All I said is, if you're bored, fuck off. Like, what's wrong with that? Well, I'm the bad guy. You lot will poke and poke and poke and poke, and I go, and I'm the bad guy. Fuck off, man. How much of a chance is there of you, man, getting Vini, by the way, Fab ain't reported? Listen, I don't know, man. I'm not really optimistic about it, but yeah. How much chance? Well, you need to talk 130 million, 100 odd million, 100 plus. Let's just say broadly 100 plus. You need to be talking 120, 130, maybe more for him. If not, and then I'd love to see the overall financial package, because listen, it's above my pay grade, but we all know the signing bonus, the image rights, the bonuses, the base salary, what he gets a week. There's all those things, but that's what I said would be my way of my only deluded optimism, in that if certain things fall into place, as I said earlier, and I really don't want to keep repeating myself, Real Madrid say contract talks are done. Vini says, I want to leave. We just saw in this article, like we've seen in the last David Ornstein one, it's got the approval of everyone at Arsenal. So if it's got the approval, Berta, Arteta, the finance team, Garlic, Cronkies, they've crunched the numbers, in it. So that's where I'm at with it. I think the club would want him to have number 7 for revenue purposes. Well, they better find another one, man. They better find another number. I just bought my shirt with champions on the back, but I'll buy a second one if we get Vini. And again, it will pay for itself, man. Yeah, I'm not trying to hear how far we've come. Again, I comprehend it. I agree with it. I accept it. But, bro, that don't mean nothing. Like, it doesn't mean nothing for nobody, because what we've seen in the champs, we need 1-2 man with Stardust. We saw that against Bayern Munich in the quarterfinals. I'm sure that was Arteta's first year. I wouldn't say it's the same, but I did feel, and I know we lost on penalties in the Champions League final, but I felt that. I did feel a little bit of individuality, because we've got a good team, a good collective ethos. We do have some good individuals. Like, we can give everybody a game. We are the best team in the Premier League at this moment, because we hold the Premier League. Whatever people say about our methods and entertainment, we're one of the best in Europe. We'll give people a tough day, and there's the coaching, all of that stuff. But we need some individuals now. We need some individual brilliance. Like, if you could, in a dream world, Vini signs for us, does all that Vini Brazilian shit. You've got an informed Saka, and you've got all the other guys dotted about, man. If Vini leaves, could you see Real Madrid moving Mbappe to the left wing and then going for a striker? Could see them getting Haaland. I actually think, man said Slammage, I do think Haaland will play for them one day, but I don't know how it all work out. Spurs versus Chelsea, snooze fest 1-1 and Spud's red card. I saw Tonali bagged and then we went live. He's going for 150 if Anderson went for 130. To be fair, if you're Real Madrid, what? That Morgan Rodgers, you went for 117. Whatever they ask for, and you got to pay it. Because then there's no point. Too many people say things with no consequence, especially on socials. Talk your talk. Appreciate you, my boy. I still feel he might just sign for Madrid. I need to see Arsenal moving for another left wing. Simultaneously, I'm not saying it'll be a good left wing or it'll work out or we'll feel excited, but logically speaking, those at Arsenal have to be doing two things in that, yes, we want to try and get my man as much as we can. Obviously, we got Zolis, but we need another one. So whoever them other targets, those more realistic targets, dot I's, cross T's. If you can get Vini, great. If not, we're able to just, all right, there we go again, and then keep it moving. Man said, what's up with Julian Draxler these days? Give him 17 and take the Z of Zidi. Boy, Zinchenko's gone, but still. Big up the Aussies, man. Appreciate you, man, Gerald. Appreciate you. Big up Jamie. Appreciate you. DG, I feel if we don't get Vini, we won't get a left winger, but Alvarez and keep Martinelli and see what happens with Vini in the summer. And VG has gone to Madrid. I'll leave it to you lot, boy. You lot are the guys, man. DG, my heart is saying it's going to happen. My brain is saying, bro, wake up. Exactly. Vini signing will also free up Saka. We're still doing the free and not players thing. I don't know. What's good for Vini is good for Arsenal. Madrid won't give him his image rights. Otherwise, the other players will demand the same. It's happening, people. Just temper your expectations. So you're going to do whatever you lot want to do, innit? Can't get gas too early, man. Just tranquilo. And again, broadly, I do think we need to start finding the Viníciuses, the Rodrigos, the Kvaratskhelia, the Mo Salahs, the Kantes, the Mahrezes, the Kevin De Bruynes, the Gundogan's, whether they're emerging talents in whatever country, or they're good players. People take a chance on them, they become great. We need to start going down that route, in it, because this whole targeting established players is a bit jarring. Because if I look at it outwardly, you're targeting a player, you're trying to target Vini, which is great, ambition, all of that, but it's contingent on if he signs a renewal at Real Madrid. And you could argue Real Madrid paying what he wants, based on what we read, he stays. Julian Alvarez, his first option is Barcelona, so you're sitting there. Bacola's a weird one, because 1 minute we're hearing we're going for both of them. Now Rodgers is our top target. Bearing in mind, Liverpool have been putting in the building blocks for a year. Bacola's obviously going to sit there. And I'm not saying you couldn't sell him a project, but if you're Bacola, Liverpool wanted me more. I'm not really on this. Scouts do their jobs. You keep hearing me say the same things. As much as we just won the league. Berta's patterning, Arteta's patterning. The players are fit. New contracts have been sorted. Josh Kroenke on behalf of the Kroenkes, come a long way. There's no Kroenke out stuff. I want to sign these stars and be like that. But at the end of the day, it's you got to look at the market. It's a madness. So generally, we do need to start scouts do their jobs. I think I've covered that. It's happening. Jay-Z is a businessman and he supports Arsenal. Plus, Vinny's best friend now has his medical on Monday. I don't doubt it, but Jay-Z being a businessman, it could be argued as to why they're kind of playing this game of chicken, in which he could sign for Arsenal, but he also could renew at Real Madrid. How do we know Vinícius and Bruno are best friends? Yeah, they're international colleagues. And even that, do you follow your friends all the time? Maybe you, respectfully, you know Jay-Z personally, you know Vinny, you know Bruno. I don't know any of these guys. So I always look at the reasons to be optimistic, but also look at the reasons to be pessimistic. I hope for the best. This is how I run my life. I hope for the best, but also prepare for the worst. So yeah, man. If you're spending 100 million on a player, your scouting team has failed. That's the truth. That's cap a bit. That's cap a bit. Because Real Madrid has spent the bag on how much, man? And look how like Vinícius, Rodrigo, Endrick, they've sourced them. Bit of a lazy view, social. Even those are expensive nowadays. 70 M's for Bawardi, for example. I hear it. So like, I'm optimistic about it, but I've accepted you sign a new deal and we have to move in other circumstances. So yeah, man. Expectations lead to disappointment. It's the hope that kills. The dream is free. The hustle is sold separately. So we'll genuinely have to see how much will Vinny be. You're looking at 130 plus. El Mana is the guy we need to check him out. You did a video on him, quite cold. Isn't he going Brighton or something? I'm sure City were linked with him, but City wanted to loan him out and do all of that kind of stuff. We got 103 likes. Appreciate you lot. Can we get as close to 200 as possible, people? You lot are amazing. So yeah, what else have we got? No, he doesn't support Arsenal. Stop being deleted. I never said that. Vinny 100% signed a new deal with Real Madrid. 100% deal will get done next week. Fair play. My opinion is we don't sign him, but I'd love to be proven wrong. Like, if there's an opportunity to exploit stuff, go do your thing. But I like to deal with reality. So I hope as much as, well, Berta, logically, if you're sitting there and wondering how the contract talks develop, simultaneously, whoever these other left-wing targets are, you have to be progressing with those moves. Because obviously, if we go and get Vinny, sorry, lads, I know we spent the best part of a month talking to you, but you're not going to sign for us. Vinny don't sign for us. Oh, we're upset. We never got Vinny. All right, bring the next guy in. The window closes. Centre mid's addressed. Defence is addressed. Left wing's addressed. We got a title to defend. Hope to go one better in the Champions League. Let's do better in all aspects, really and truly. We've got what we've got. We don't have what we don't have, innit? I have my own scout company, so I know a lot of people. I believe you, man. Bruv, everyone is talking about money and how much he is, but honestly, that's just the football market. Like, don't be surprised by his price tag. It's just how things are now. I'm with you, DG, but the chances of signing him at least went up 40% since last night. Go look at 100 mil player list. It's more flops than success. True. Buying a player X, 2x/3x is worth his poor scouting. Should have got the guy at the 20 to 50 million mark. And to be fair, in similar vein to Rice, whatever my man's going to cost, if we did get Vini, it'd be a success. Like, there's certain men that are apparently drawing with Spurs. Well, fuck it. Spurs and Chelsea, the best example. Caicedo, he ain't really done nothing. Enzo, he ain't really done nothing. Mudryk, he ain't really done nothing. Morgan Rogers, you need to get 1 million goals or 1 million assists, or we're on you. Mateus Fernandes, we're on you. Tonali, we're on you. And we all saw certain man getting Jadon Sancho, certain man bringing back Cristiano Ronaldo, certain man bringing back Paul Pogba. Went down the fucking toilet, didn't it? Not my 105 million signing, though. Declan twice, Declan Beckham. We said it's not done and it weren't done. So I have to see. And you'd imagine City get involved. Like, we ain't going to have a free run at this guy. There's no way on God's green earth we'll have a free run at this guy. Like, everyone's going to get involved. I believe you, man. All right, man. I believe you, bro. I believe you, cuz. I believe you. You got Sky. I don't. He probably does. I don't know what that does for this group, for this live stream or me, but I believe you, man. Trust. So, yeah, man, it is what it is. Is there any more copium and hopium? Show me something, man. Tell me Messi wants to forward as well. And I feel sorry for you, Bruno Gomares, because like, the Vini thing is what I'm trying to hear. We know we want you. We're excited. Make it happen. But, yeah, this is overshadowed stuff. Is this going to say anything new? Anything here? You Miko Gotts fanboys. He's gone PSG. And you lot are going to, I told you could have signed him because he scored against London. That. Oh. So that's probably the same shit we've already seen. So there ain't nothing new really in the papers. Completely agree. Almost all the most expensive transfers fell. What we offering for Madrid, though, is it 100 plus? You have to. Yildiz, I would love Yildiz, but didn't David Ornstein say we inquired and we were told where to shove it? Which that tells me maybe the player wasn't on it as much as Juventus. Because there's been numerous players we haven't signed, but we've clearly got, like when we tried to get Caicedo, there was clearly a willingness from him to sign for us because we aggressively pursued it. The same goes for Declan Rice and the same goes for Gomares at this moment in time. It's like as soon as Juventus said, F it, we're not involved. Surely you're looking at 130 plus. You'll just be great, man. It'd be great, but I think he's a non-factor. I mean, naturally, he's going to leave Juventus one day. I don't think this summer's one, and that's where it's jarring. Bacola, Rogers, Yildiz, Vini might be missing out one or two. But there's a limited kind of, to us fans anyways, there's a limited kind of like pull of players you look at and you're like, yeah, level raisers, which is why I want scouts to do their jobs. If you can find me a Sadio Mane, for example, like let's just say the next, literally like for like, he's the next Sadio Mane. If we didn't get Vini and we signed him, yes, fans would be like, oh my God, whatever. But you know how it worked out. So yeah, man. On a smart whip listening to DG, big up. Ace, put that away, man. Why are you doing balloons? Smoke some weed or something. What is that? I don't know what any of that is. Come on, man. Don't do that idiot stuff. Ladies, some of the men you fancy are doing smart whips and balloons. Come on. I'm not keen on Yildiz. He's not a speedy winger. Basically a Trossard in the PL. He'd be cold, though. I won't be excited until Vini actually rejects Madrid and he's open for sale. I actually see him just renewing, and this is one big circus. Would love to be wrong, though. That Sangare was a good pickup for Brentford. Yeah, he does look in it, to be fair. He does look quite the player, man. So, I don't know, man. It's the hope that kills, man. You lot know I'm an Arsenal fan naturally, and you know I'm a big Brazilian fan. But you can link up with Gomares, Magalhaes, Martinelli. We'll even keep Jesus just to show you around London and whatnot. Come on, man. Real Madrid are Real Madrid, Arsenal are Arsenal, but like they can't love you like us. Real Madrid, I know fans will be upset with me. One day you're going to sign William Saliba. Do I think William Saliba is world-class? Yes. So do I think it's far-fetched that a world-class player one day will play for the pinnacle of club football? No, I don't. Even though some of you, like on Twitter, have your tribal hats on. Real Madrid, just remember that, innit? Remember that. Scratch our back, we scratch yours. We need this. Really, come on, man. Balloons are dead. Mash up yourself for no reason. I'll take a Trossard regen, to be fair, though. Yeah, allow the balloons. Which defender would you buy? Again, scouts do their jobs. Go find me a Mascara again. I can't believe people believe Hand of Arsenal. We're not doing that. Big up Hand of Arsenal. hold on, what's the news? You might have to scroll back so you know me. We've gone over it, lad. But the news would be David Ornstein and Hand of Arsenal, and probably everyone but Fabrizio Romano has offered some level of an update in relation to, you know, Mr. Man here, Vinícius Jr. Vinny, come on, man. Come on, man. I understand it's a tough decision to make, though, because, you know, I don't know if you'll play ahead of Martinelli. I'm just joking. If not, they'd be listening to me. I'm fucking about, man. But yeah, never. Nah, big up Hand of Arsenal. This Jacob, is it true Vinny will join Arsenal? Huh? Honestly, I see Saliba going back to France after Arsenal. I don't think Saliba is a Madrid person. I felt bad for Bunny Mazout at this time. Meanwhile, you got doing balloons at midday. Nah, smoke the weed. Smoke the weed. I don't do that, but smoke the weed, man. Moving on, what's going on with you, DG? Good, my guy. I'm great, man. This is a couple of hours. We'll be watching Girona versus Arsenal. The only thing I can moan about, I got to do some life admin in a bit. The only things I can moan about is the weather, if I'm brutally honest. So I'm all right, man. I like the illusion of Vinícius. I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty sure I bought you in Football Manager and for Arsenal and you didn't bang. So bear that in mind. So, yeah. Hand of Arsenal was a former employee that got sacked and used to know a few. How do you know that? Big up Hand of Arsenal regardless. Big him up. It's our guy. No slander. No slander at all. So, yeah, people, man, there ain't nothing else to really waffle about. I'll be wasting your time, man. It's been a fantastic 46, close to 47 minutes. If you've hit the like button and subscribed, God bless you all. If you haven't, what are you doing? So, yeah, man, link up at 6 p.m. actually, because we'll be watching Arsenal versus Girona. We've gone over the Vinícius Jr. stuff and gone over what Hand of Arsenal said, what, you know, Ornstein has said, yada, yada, yada. So, on that note, see you later. Vinícius Jr., imagine what you could link up with. Forget Cucurella. There's a left back you could be linking up with, man.
Against this right back, Charlie, definitely.
Big up my guy Premsy. Make sure you're subscribing over there. Big up the chat. Link up soon, man. One love.